Step 3. Laser your focus. A Native American warrior proverb says, "A coward dies 1,000 deaths. The brave man only one." Do you know why the coward dies 1,000 deaths? Because the coward focuses on the fear and the failure and what's gonna go wrong and what people will think or what mistakes he's going to make. The hero is still afraid. The brave man is still afraid. He just faces his fear. Now it's time for another written exercise. You can print out this PDF from the link attached to this video, or you can use your fight journal or a piece of paper and pen or pencil. Get those materials now. If you have to pause this video, do that now. At this point, I'm going to assume that you have the printed materials, you have your Fight Brain, Fight Notebook journal in front of you, or you have a piece of paper with pen and pencil ready to engage in this written exercise. On that piece of paper, I want you to draw an octagon. If you fight in an octagon, draw an octagon. If you fight in a boxing ring, draw a square. If you're a combat athlete who fights in a circular ring, draw a circle. I want you to make this shape about 1/3 the size of the page or half the page, because you're going to write some words inside of it. Do that now. So now you have an octagon or a circle or a square written on your piece of paper, or if you've used the provided PDF and printed it out, it's already done for you. Now, I want you to write down inside of that shape everything leading up to your fight that you can control. Things like your focus, your attitude, your strength and conditioning, your striking, your grappling, your sleep, your diet. All these things that you can control. Write them down inside that shape right now. And now I'm going to assume that you have a good list of things that you can control leading up to this fight. Things like your diet, your strength and conditioning, your striking, your grappling, your wrestling, your recovery, your sleep, your attitude, your focus, how much you watch tape of yourself or your opponent. And now I want you to write down outside of that octagon, outside of that shape, everything leading up to this fight that you cannot control. Stuff like your opponent's history, your opponent's striking style. Stuff like your opponent's record up to this point. Stuff like what people are gonna think or say or do. You could also write down small things that you know that you just cannot control. Maybe you have a daughter's swim classes on Wednesday every week, and it conflicts with a scheduled training time that you're always trying to accommodate. Write all of these things down outside of that octagon that you cannot control. Do it now and pause this video. And now, you should have a list of things that you can control inside that shape, and you should have a list of things that you cannot control. Does this offer you a clear vision of what you need to focus on? It should. Simply focus on the stuff that you can control, the stuff that's going to help you prepare to get better and win your fight. At any time from now on, if you find something occupying your focus, distracting you, pulling you away from your goal, simply ask yourself, is this something I can control? If the answer is yes, decide if you should do something about it and what that is. If the answer is no, simply let it go. Your focus is valuable, and in the weeks leading up to your fight, your focus becomes more and more valuable. What you focus on, you feel as if it's real. Continue to ask yourself this question if you find yourself being distracted or pulled away from working on your goals. Is this something I can control? If the answer is yes, decide what you should do about it. If the answer is no, just let it go. The next part to step 3, lasering your focus, includes you downloading the customizable Excel spreadsheet. This spreadsheet includes some important metrics that you need to be focusing on throughout your fight camp. Begin focusing on these metrics if you don't already, and record each day that you accomplished each metric. The value in doing this is going to magnify, multiply, and compound over time. When you look back at the weeks and weeks and weeks of progress you've made, it's going to instill confidence inside of you. It's going to let you know that you are ready for the challenge. It's going to be visible evidence that you've been focusing on getting better, improving, and focusing on the right stuff, the stuff you can control. Print out this training tracker and customize it to fit the metrics that are important to you. Begin using it immediately.